So this year for Mother's Day, my wife and I went out to the front of the house and we put up, we found spots for all of her statues and sculptures that she hand paints. She's got quite the little hobby going on with this, and they really are beautiful. I don't have a closer shot of these, but she does a really great job of painting them. And so we went out and moved some rocks around, put some bases underneath them, and here's some pictures of what we have going on. It's really lovely. So happy Mother's Day, Irene. Looks great. So you might ask, why these statues? Well, the family is half Greek, half German, and all American. Wait a minute, that doesn't add up to 100%. But anyway, what else do I need to say? Hello, model railroaders. Brian Page here. Just wanted to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day. And if you're not a mother, do me a favor. Wish your spouse or your daughters a happy Mother's Day from me. Appreciate it. So let's move on to some model railroading. All right, so hopefully you can see this all right, but what I'm doing today in my seemingly never-ending quest for getting the BLI locomotive to run, I am putting in a programming track, which I never really had. I just had a length of flex track sitting here that I could plug into the ESU CabControl and do the programming. I decided, well, I might as well put in something a little more permanent. So I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to drill a hole down here and run the wires through down to the bottom because my cab control is way down here at the bottom. So I'm not doing this video so much to show you how I lay track, although I am going to show you a little bit of that. But really what this is about is, it's kind of interesting, a little problem that I've had. Oops, I got pieces all over the floor. All right, with the ESU CabControl system, interestingly enough, you can't have the main track plugged in at the same time as the programming track and be able to program an engine. I don't know why that is, but I've read about it online. Yeah, it's very interesting. So what I have to do is, when I want to look at the CVs on one of these locomotives, I have to unplug the main track, plug in the programming track, and go from there. So, yeah, not sure why that is. Now I forgot where I was. How far do I have to go with this glue? I'm going to, it may not be the smartest idea in the world, but I am going to put this right on the edge of this layout so that I can get to it real easy. And yeah, thereabouts. All right. Where's a pencil? My kingdom for a pencil. Ah, there we go. All right, right there. Yeah, I'm not sure my camera angle is really great for this, but hey, I've got limited space in this room. And the glue is coming out. Great. I'm just going to slather this all over the place and call it good. Woo! There we go. All right, paper towel. My kingdom for a paper towel. There we go. Got a little bit of the dried stuff there. Ooh, there we go. I think I put too much. I'm gonna get roasted in the comments today. I just know it. But hey, it's Mother's Day, so take it easy on me. Wow, what a mess. Okay. Get that right out to the end. Fortunately, this stuff doesn't dry right away. And that's a good thing for somebody like me. So, I think the smart thing to do would be to put some weight on this while it's drying, but not actually the smartest person around. So, I'm probably just going to pin it like I always do. And there we go. There's step one. And I'll stick some pins in there, but I won't force you to watch that. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so when I get this programming track stuck down and the wires run for it, should have, be a little easier just to take the locomotive, stick it on here, and, give it a little test run, make sure that I set up everything correctly. So that's my intent. All right. For my next trick, I'm going to attempt to glue some track down onto this cork road bed that I put in. Before I do that, however, I am going to try to drill a hole for the wires without doing two things, and that is drilling through my light control wires underneath here, and without breaking my hand. And if you want to hear the whole story on that, there's a live stream on Vinny's channel, BNSF 6951, where I was a guest on his show, or you might see it in some of my other videos. But anyway, here goes nothing. I think I got it. Maybe. All right. Well, I can see air through it, so hopefully that did it. All right. Yeah, and I blew sawdust all over the layout, so that's great. Okay, time to get out the glue again. Here we go. I think I mentioned this in my last video, but this is Dynaflex 230. It's DAP window, door, siding, and trim caulk. And I use that for putting down track. It doesn't melt with alcohol and after it dries. And it also isn't so tough that I can't. I can pull the track up later if I need to. I can slide a putty knife under it and pull it right up. I'm going to try to go a little more sparing with the glue than this time. Last time I put just a bit too much on there. All right, we'll try that. Paper towel. Still got a little bit much back here. It's okay though, this stuff dries clear. No big deal. So actually, I don't need a lot of this for the track. The ties sink down into this stuff and it holds real well. And this is just a programming track, like I said at the beginning. All right, let's see if that works. And I've got my whole lineup here. Now getting this straight may be somewhat of a challenge. Okay. Let me look down the line here and see if I got this even semi-straight. Kind of, sort of. Actually grabs in there pretty good right off the bat. Got a little bit on the rail there. Okay. I'm going to give it a little squeeze here. I think I got all the joints together. Yeah, I got one that kind of pulled apart a little bit here. There we go. All right. Let's give this the calibrated eyeball again. I got a couple of spots that look a little bit crooked. But not too shabby, I guess. All right, so I'm gonna do my little stick pin trick here. Crisscrossing them over the ties. It holds it side to side, and it also keeps it from pulling up. So I really like to do it this way. I don't know if you can see this. I'm kind of far away with the camera, but yep, I put one pin in this way, one pin in this way, and it, across the same tie, and it holds it down real nice. Now, I've had some people in my comments say, well, I just use nails. Yeah, I would, except that I have this foam sub-road bed here. So I don't have wire nails long enough to go through that and into the plywood. So I just use the pins, crisscross over it. It holds real well until the glue dries. So there we go. Now I'm probably going to finish this in a few minutes, but another thing I wanted to show you is I have a chunk of wire here somewhere, and I'm going to feed this through the hole that I've drilled. And I'm going to leave that loose up here for right now. And what I wanted to get to here is on the back of the ESU CabControl, we have a spot, if you can see this. The main track goes in this slot. The programming track goes into this slot. So this is the connector that is used to plug into the back of the ESU CabControl. So I'm going to take that, and on the end that's going down to the CabControl, I'm going to strip off some wire here, hopefully. I think I can just do this. I'm just using solid copper LAN wire. I've used it before for programming, so I think it'll work okay. The only thing I'm worried about is eventually it may get moved around to the point where it might break. but I'm hoping that won't be for a while. I'm having no luck at all here getting this insulation off. Usually I can do this with a thumbnail. Today it's going to be stubborn. I think I got it enough. And we'll put one of these in here. And there's a screw for this terminal, and it just brings a metal plate down and clamps that wire. So it should be fine. There you have it. And we'll check that, you know, when I'm actually at the point of doing some programming with this. But yeah, we'll leave this over here until I get this track pin down. So anyway, that's about it, folks. I mainly, like I said, this wasn't really a video about track laying. This was actually more to the point about the ESU CabControl system. It, like I said before, it does not allow, for some reason, to have the main track plugged in while you have the programming track plugged in. And I'm going to have to do some forum hunting and find out why that is. When you have connections on the back of something, you know, that say main and programming, you would think that you could have both plugged in and just use the one that you want to. And in the case of this ESU CabControl, no such luck so far. When I attempt to write to a CV or write a locomotive address, it will come up saying no connection or something like that. Again, I don't know why. But anyway, so I'm going to keep putting stick pins in here, but that is the purpose of this video. And this puts me one step closer to being able to a little bit more conveniently adjust the CVs on the BLI locomotive. Well, y'all, that's it. Nothing new and exciting. I hope I didn't bore anybody to death with my track laying and roadbed laying and all that. But, you know, like I said, this puts me a step closer. It gives me a tool to work better with the Broadway Limited locomotive, and hopefully we can get that thing smoothed out. So thanks for watching, everybody. Happy Mother's Day again. And please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to lay it on me in the comments, and I will see you at the next stop.